Alright, so this time on fishing techniques we're going to cover something a bit new. You know, being a lure fisherman, I'm really open to trying new things. And you know, we all know how effective soft baits and jigs and things like that are from the kayak. So these new lures that I'm talking about are called Skutes. Now, I've got one here. What they are is they're made on a little jig head. Now you'll be able to see that. They're a feather, silicone skirt and some of this fleck film material all combined. So I've been using a green type of lure. Now this one here is something I've used for a few trips and I've managed to catch a lot of fish. You can see there's not much left of it now, but it still was catching fish. However, I cut it off because today I want to show you how well these work for kayakers, and they're a lot of fun. You know, if you're into soft baiting already, how you can adapt these is you can just use them on your soft bait rig. You know, so I'm going to go through the techniques and show you how this style of fishing works and how successful it can be. It's a lot of fun. I get a huge amount of pleasure out of catching fish on replica lures like this. So it's not really ideal fishing conditions at the moment. Flat calm, we're in about 12 meters and it's pretty sunny, you know, in the sky. So really we should move out a bit deep. And you know, the great thing about these lures is they do work really well during the day as well and in the shallows. Oh, I had a hit then. You know, this is the first cast I've had of the day on this scoot, and already I've had a hit. So, looking pretty promising. So yeah, you can just cast these scoot lures out in front of your drift line and keep in touch with them. They get hit on the drop just like they do with soft baits. So make sure you stay in touch and watch what's happening with it as it sinks down to the bottom. These things look amazing in the water, and how we work them is very much like a soft bait. We just basically twitch them and flick the rod around and moving like you would a soft bait. That's what attracts the fish to strike the lure. So it's quite important to work them properly and give them a bit of action, you know, stay in touch with them. That's why the soft bait set is so perfect for the job. Oh yeah, and hooked up. Haven't really got my drag done up very tightly, but this is my first fish on the scoop, second cast, and we're in 12 meters, and yeah, it feels like not a bad fish. It had a bit of a go at it and didn't hook up. You know, I wasn't ready for it, and so I just gave it a little flick and it came back straight away and had a hit. So, you know, as far as these things being effective, I've found them to be amazing. You know, work them like a soft bait, and yeah, you know, people have questions about durability with them, but I've found them to last quite well. You know, I've had an entire afternoon's fishing out of one lure and managed to catch, you know, quite a number of fish, up to 30 one day in some workups. So yeah, well worth a try. And the best thing about them is they're a lot of fun. I mean, the rewards from catching fish on this kind of lure is quite significant. So yeah, woohoo! Great fish by the feel of it. It's doing a bit of a run around for my first fish of the day. I'm certainly pretty happy about it. Go the Scoot. They're just fun. They just add a whole new dimension to your fishing. If you're into soft baiting and lure fishing, then this will certainly be of interest to you. You know, heck of a lot of fun, and the challenge is great because you're using something that has no scent or anything like that at all and solely relies on its ability to fool the fish into eating it. And these definitely do the business. For my first fish of the day, I am certainly very happy. You can see the Scoot in the corner of its mouth. Great fish. You know, this would be a 40-50 centimetre snapper. For the first fish of the day, it's fantastic. And this is why I love these Scoot lures. They're just awesome. There we go. Check that guy out. For my first fish on a Scoot lure, 12-13 metres of water and bright sunny conditions, flat calm. I think the proof's in the pudding. check that out. We're going to let this guy go. I'm all about putting the first one back for Tangaroa. If you look after the ocean, it will look after you. So we'll let this guy go. Great fish. There you go, look at that, beautiful. And off you go, buddy. Woo! Went back sweet as. Lovely. There you go, check that guy out. Beautiful looking fish. And there's that scoot in its mouth, number 2. Number 4. There we go, stunner. Happy as with that, great eating size. And number 6, and that's number 10. Beauty, look at that. Scoot, that's number 17. And the scoot's on again. I think this is number 16, isn't it, or 17? I'm starting to lose count. But yeah, just like heading back to the car now, and back to my launch site. We're in 9 meters of water and moving close to the shore, and beautiful. Hooked up on a nice fish, what feels like a reasonable fish. And so there you go, the Skutes, awesome way of catching fish. Want more information, how-tos and articles on fishing, kayaking and more? Then head on over to the NZ Kayak Fishing Patreon channel and sign up for exclusive content only available through this channel. Oh, what a ripper of a fish it was!